Hey guys, coming at you with week two's recap video. For my first battle, I have between Adam and Blake. Early on, it was kind of cool to see Solar Beam from Torkoal. That was kind of cool. And then Adam brought in Mega Gyarados, set up a Dragon Dance, kind of Ironhead the Lonely Ninetales. It was kind of good move set by it. Adam was able to get mid-game Stealth Rocks up with his Rhyperior. This really didn't do much because then the Torkoal comes in and was able to Rapid Spin it away. Not really for free. I mean, the Torkoal died in the Rapid Spin, I guess, like the process of doing that. But I don't know. Rocks were up mid-game, and it's pretty good, pretty smart play. Mega Pinsir comes in. Rotom Heat was able to Will-O-Wisp it, and then on the Will-O-Wisp turn, I think Mega Pinsir goes for Swords Dance, and then on the following turn, misses a Rock Slide. I don't know if a neutral Rock Slide would knock out Rotom Heat, possibly, probably. It seemed like it was an offensive Rotom Heat, aside from Will-O-Wisp, because we saw Z Inferno Overdrive by it following turns, and then eventually Sneasel sets up an SD for Adam, and that kind of cleans up late game. Adam ended up winning in a 5-0. It was just a pretty good battle overall. A lot of setup by Adam, but Blake just really didn't have answers for it. My next battle is between Zach and Hayden. I like the nicknames, and I gave some advice on the I can't say it, Aquirnerad, but the AV one, that was kind of my suggestion, but I didn't know if Hayden was going to do it. But the way that Zach was playing with Jellicent, I just wanted to punch my computer. It was kind of annoying. Just, you couldn't do anything to it. I don't know. Anyways, the Sap Sipper on the Goodra, I think on the Tangrowth's Giga Drain. That was kind of cool, I guess. Pretty neat. Excavalier also then switches on an Umbreon Toxic. That was a really good play. Then, I don't know if the Excavalier was just specially defensive or maybe Assault Vest also. But an HP Fire, I think, from Tangrowth comes off and pretty much bounces off of it. I think it took like 30, 40%, somewhere between there, which for an HP Fire times 4 effective, that's pretty good. Then with Umbreon, Zach tries to kind of stall out with kind of the Wish Toxic Protect kind of shenanigans. But Darmanitan was able to break through the stall. When I first saw this kind of battle go out, the Miltank Rain Dance, I thought Hayden lost straight up. That was a crazy play. I went wild. But Swampert tries to come in, takes a couple kills down with them. But the Darmanitan ended up being Scarf, which outsped him in the rain. So Hayden actually ended up winning 1-0. That was a really close battle, and I thought Hayden was kind of running away with it, but Zach pulled a card somewhere. I don't know. My next battle is between Hayden and Forrest. I don't know if Forrest forgot to turn his computer on while playing and, did one of these and tried to battle, or I don't know. But what was kind of funny during this battle was the Earthquake. I think Darmanitan did. Xurkitree was in. He goes for Earthquake. Forrest brings in a Alolan Golem, which is still 4 times effective to Earthquake. And Forrest is like, wow, good play. But it was the most obvious play I think I've seen this week. And then I think Forrest just ended up getting drunk during this. Hayden ended up winning 4-0. My next battle is between myself and Zach. I screwed up really bad. I'm an idiot. Totally my fault. I think I shared just like the battle, not saving and replaying the replay. I'm dumb. But anyways, just kind of trying to remember what I can. Zach led with his Mienshao, set up an SD right away. I was assuming it would just fake out and U-turn or just something stupid. But I was not expecting set up first turn. I brought Aerodactyl and a couple other things to outspeed it anyhow, so I had those checks. But his set was pretty interesting. I'm not going to spoil it. But it is a pretty good set. And he definitely screwed up the way he played it, but I wasn't expecting it at all. It was just a pretty standard match. I think we went back and forth, and I ended up getting the last Mon standing and won 1-0. There wasn't any special gimmicks. I didn't bring anything special. Zach, I know I mementoed with my Cofagregus to ensure that my Aerodactyl would at least live one hit if I didn't knock it out, which I did. I don't know. I didn't expect turn one setup, but it kind of worked for Zach, but I ended up winning, so it didn't. My next battle is between Kirk and Forrest. I think Forrest is still hungover from him and Hayden's battle, maybe, because he tries to glare on the Absol, the Magic Bounce, shoots it back to him. This is a pretty standard game, just kind of volt switching around with the Xurkitree. Crobat was doing some work with Brave Birds. Comfey, if it knocks out Crobat, I think it's able to then still sweep and break through Forest team. So I think he lived with like 4%. That was a really close sweep, and Comfey it's a threat if you're not ready. But I think the Xurkitree was Choice Scarfed, which ended up kind of being the key. There was crits going back and forth, so you really can't say, this one mattered to that one, because both sides had crits. One side helped Kirk, the others here and there helped. Some didn't even matter. Forrest ended up winning 2-0. The next battle is between Blake and I. Early on, I thought the Gengar was going to Energy Ball, so I protected to scout that, because going into this battle, I had a really hard time with Zoroark and Gengar if one of them was Scarfed. I knew one of them was going to be. Blake brought both of them, so then kind of seeing that, I kind of thought, okay, one is Scarfed, the other is probably Focus Sash. That just made the most sense to me. They ended up, if you watch the battle, you find out that the Gengar is, which then lets Gengar hit a Will-O-Wisp onto my Dragon Dance for Alligator late game. I set up Sticky Webs, kind of a basic game. The Zoroark, like I said, was Choice Scarf, which I ended up cleaning up for Blake. Kind of patting myself on the back with a Heliolisk switching around, and I knew that it was Life Orb. I sacked my Magearna to it, and if it didn't have Energy Ball, I knew my Seismitoad was going to live. So then I set up Stealth Rocks, and it died to Life Orb. That was just kind of a cool play. It ended up not mattering at all, but it was just kind of a cool play by me. Like I said, the Zoroark cleaned up in the late game. Blake won 2-0. A really good play was the Spore on the Shitnik. I can't say the fucking name. But anyhow, I wasn't really expecting this Pokemon to come. I just kind of looked at the matchup and just didn't expect it. But the Spore really worked on my Magearna. My Magearna was Assault Vest with Volt Switch, so I was trying to pivot around with that and go to certain things. But having that Spore was a huge bind in my strategies. But good game by Blake. Going on, Trevor versus Kirk. Kirk this season has had pretty much, I think, the worst luck. Whether it's pretty much just crits. And in this one, though, he had a really good play on the Ditto with his Victini. He had a Flame Charge Victini, but he ends up losing the speed ties to the Ditto afterwards, which is just shitty. He kind of prepped for the Ditto to be in Choice Scarf, which it more than likely always will be. And yeah, he got screwed. And then in the end, Trevor was just U-turn, Volt switching, kind of getting that Volt turn around. Just a lot of speed by Jolteon and Mega Beedrill. And there's a lot of crits involved in this process too. But anyhow, Trevor ended up winning 3-0. The final battle of the week was between Trevor and Adam. This is just kind of a standard battle going back and forth, kind of feeling each other out. Gliscor just kind of toxic, stalled Trevor's whole team in a sense. You just really couldn't break it up. And then, Porygon 2 is the nice switch for any threats to Gliscor. Kind of a cool play. I don't know what kind of EV spread the Mega Gyarados has, but I think it switches into a Jolteon's HP Ice maybe, and then lived an oncoming Thunderbolt, and then was able to knock out the Jolteon with an Earthquake. That's, Mega Gyarados does have some pretty good bulk, but there's obviously some special defense and some HP investment there to some degree. And that was just kind of a really good, just bulky core that Adam has right now, and he is undefeated. No one has been able to really break the core. That's pretty much it for my recap video. Hope you guys liked it. See you guys week 3. Good luck.